The McFarlane Toys Winterfest reveals have begun, a recap of this week's GIJoe live stream from Hasbro, and more NECA products go up for pre-order. All that and more in today's TNInews video. So let's jump right into it. So welcome to Friday edition of TNInews. Of course, I'm JC, and as always, we've got a lot to cover today. And let's start off with just some quick updates on the NECA front. So I just wanted to let you guys know that a couple of more figures that were originally shown off last weekend during Toy Fair, NECA's Toy Fair reveals, are now available for pre-order at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So specifically for you Gargoyles fans, the Hudson figure is now available for pre-order. And then for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the last Ronin figure that they're doing, this is the unshirted one. Earlier this week, the armored version went up for pre-order, and now this one is. And one thing to note with this unshirted version, something we didn't see last weekend, is this one comes with a Mauser figure that is not included with the armored version. So something kind of unique to this particular one. And as I said, both this figure and the Hudson figure for Gargoyles are available for pre-order now. Real quick on the Star Wars front, this is actually something I forgot to talk about in Wednesday's video. Up for pre-order now, went up this week for you retro collection fans. These are 3 3/4 inch figures with the minimal articulation, very much inspired by the original Kenner figures. So this is a 2-pack, and it features the Bounty Hunters Dengar and IG-88. So this set, again, is available for pre-order on Amazon's website, and it is an Amazon exclusive, and the cost of it is $27. And last time I checked, it was still available. Hot Toys released images for a new 1/6 scale Peacemaker figure based on the HBO Max series. So this figure has heads, all of which are, weird expressions. One, he's screaming, his mouth is open. The other, his tongue is out. So you don't actually get a regular head sculpt with this particular figure. You get multiple pairs of hands. He comes with a sword and an axe. You will notice that his gun and holster are on the figure, but I do not believe the gun is removable. Probably has to do with the whole Warner Brothers not wanting their figures to have guns. Even with these, high-end, adult-oriented figures, I guess that stipulation still applies. So definitely something I noticed there. Probably the coolest thing about this figure is that it does include Peacemaker's buddy Eagly, which I think was the star of the HBO Max series. I don't think you can pose him so he can hug Peacemaker, but you do have him where he has his wings out or closed so that he can sit on Peacemaker's shoulder. So if you're into Hot Toys and you like the Peacemaker series, this is one that you might want to check out. And this figure is available for pre-order now at places like Big Bad Toy Store. For you Masters of the Universe fans, I just wanted to share, we'll call this a rumor report. Some listings have started popping up on various overseas distributors for new Origins figures. So just going down the list, it looks like Mantenna is going to be coming. Pighead, now we've seen official images for Pighead. He's from the Sunman universe, so we know that one is coming. Whiplash, another Sunman figure, the Digatino figure. King Randor is another one that has been listed. And then the mini comic version of Trapjaw. Now, a website called toyhabits.com has reported that the actual wave, the next wave of Origins figures, this would be the wave after the Sunman and the Anti-Eternia He-Man and the Horde Trooper. The next wave is being reported as including Whiplash, along with King Randor, that mini comic Trapjaw, and then the Digatino character from the Sunman universe. So I can't say 100%. I have been able to independently verify some of these enough so that I'm willing to bring these listings to your attention. I'd never actually heard of this Toy Habits website before I saw these listings. But again, I've been able to determine enough of these that I feel comfortable that they're not just making something up out of their ass. So we will treat this as rumor until Mattel confirms this. but it is looking like that might be the next wave of Origins figures. As for when they go up for pre-order, that might not be for a while. I don't think they're going to go up, at least officially. Some places tend to jump the gun, but I don't think officially that wave, the earliest we'd probably see it up for pre-order is maybe April time frame. But on top of that, for Origins, they are also, the Toy Habits website is reporting some type of mystery figure with Zoar set, which will be sold exclusively at Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. So essentially like an online exclusive. So that supposedly is coming to the Origins line as well. Now for Masterverse, I've seen listings from distributors indicating that there's going to be some type of 40th anniversary He-Man figure. It is Masters of the Universe's 40th anniversary this year, so I don't know exactly what'll be special about the figure, but that appears to be coming. And then again, Toy Habits is reporting as the next wave of Masterverse figures. This would be the next wave after the modern Teela, or I should say classic Teela, and the Revelation Merman, along with the New Eternia Barbarian, Skeletor, and Viking He-Man. So after that wave, it's being reported as Frosta, Sunman. Now Mattel has said that Sunman would be getting the Masterverse treatment, and they've also at PowerCon had said She-Ra figures were going to be getting the Masterverse treatment. So I am a little surprised that we're seeing like Frosta before we see She-Ra herself, but I guess there you go. And then a Battle Armor He-Man and Jitsu. So those almost sound like classic characters. So I don't know, Mattel is not saying anything about doing, essentially classic characters in the Masterverse line. I guess it's possible they could be part of the New Eternia lineup. I don't know. But those are two figures that are being listed. So again, we will treat this as rumor until Mattel confirms them. I have not been able to independently confirm all of these, but enough that, again, I thought it was worth bringing it to your attention. Following up on the story I talked about on Wednesday, we got the official reveals yesterday for the Ulltimates, Disney Ulltimates from Super 7, the third wave. I told you this was going to be coming on Wednesday. So with this wave, we get Ben the Alligator from the Disney Fantasia movie. We're getting Stitch from Lilo and Stitch, so only Stitch. And then Silly Symphonies, the Big Bad Wolf, and the Queen of Hearts from the Disney Alice in Wonderland movie. So that rounds up your Ulltimates for the third wave, and that all four of those figures are available for pre-order now at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So yesterday, Hasbro held their live stream, second of the week, this time with the GIJoe brand team, where a number of products were shown off. So as I was kind of suspecting and hoping, we got to see the next wave of classified figures. This is the wave that will come out after the Crimson Guard Commander twins and Stalker, which we also saw go up for pre-order yesterday and got the official images for. So if you haven't already, you can pre-order those now. Now, with that wave, those are being listed with quite, the due date isn't until next year, or release date, I should say. And we talked about this in the live stream last night. I kind of take all these release dates with a grain of salt these days. I think Hasbro is deliberately setting them as far in advance as they can, as they try and play catch up and get things straightened out with all their shipping issues and stuff. So I would not be surprised if we start to see those figures released sooner than next year. Probably like we've often seen, we may see them hit overseas first and then trickle out here at places. The Storm Shadow and Spirit and Cobra Officer wave has started to see some limited release, very limited release, but really hasn't been released in any real numbers at this time. So, we'll probably see more of those be released before, we see anything else. So again, we have to be patient with as all the shipping issues and everything going on in the world get straightened out. But like I said, I would take those as those release dates that the retailers are listing as like the worst case scenario of when you see those. But again, the wave with the Crimson Guard Commanders, Tomax and Zaymot, and Stalker, along with the Viper 3-pack. Now that Viper 3-pack is pretty cool. It comes with blast effects that will fit on the GIJoe weapons. You can even kind of stack the blast effects. However, that set, which only contains 3 figures, 2 Vipers and the Viper Commander, is at a hefty price tag. It's almost $90. So especially since I'm sure most of us have the first Cobra Vipers that came out. I don't know, but it's a cool set, just very expensive. Of course, you can say that about almost everything these days. And again, both that and the wave with the Crimson Guard Commanders is available for pre-order everywhere, including our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. But getting back to the new reveals that were made yesterday, so the next wave, and of course these are only digital renders at this time that we're seeing, but confirming the rumors that have been out there. I talked about this before. This wave includes the Zorana figure, the Dusty figure with his classic look, so they're definitely going pretty much all classic with these now. And then the third figure in the wave is probably the coolest one, at least to me. It's an army builder. It is the Crimson Guard Soldier. And my recommendation would be pre-order that one, because that one, when it starts hitting physical stores, I'm sure is going to sell out very quickly. And then besides that wave, they also showed off some digital renders for a classic Dr. Mindbender figure, as well as the character Kamakura, which is a newer character. That was a character that was created much later. I forget the exact year it was created, but like early 2000s. That was not a character created back in the original toy line. So he's a ninja character, I believe, if I remember correctly, trained under Snake Eyes. So another ninja to add to your collection. So it's not clear how those 2 figures will be released. It's possible those could be part of the next wave after the Zorana wave, but I don't know, because as far as the listings that we've seen, the last wave we saw listings for was the Zorana wave. Now, I know Dr. Mindbender had shown up, I believe, in the Target system at one point, but I don't think he's going to be a Target exclusive. If either of these 2 figures ended up being store exclusives, I would say more likely Amazon. And that's just purely a guess on my part. But like I said, I really don't know how these 2 figures are going to be released at this time. And so for that, we'll just have to wait and see. Now, besides those, we also got some new Target exclusive reveals, part of the Python Patrol and Tiger Force series. So for Python Patrol, we are getting a Python Patrol Cobra Soldier or Trooper. I believe they called it a Viper in the live stream, but it's we already got the Viper. It'd been up for pre-order already. So this is more, I think, would be classified as the Cobra Python Patrol Trooper. So that's for Cobra. And then the 2 Tiger Force figures that they showed yesterday are Recondo. And I don't think Recondo ever had a Tiger Force figure back in the original toy line, though you would think he would. And maybe he did, I won't swear to it, but I don't remember there being a Recondo Tiger Force figure. And then the second one is Bazooka. So, and of course, I would, it's probably very safe to say that at some point we will get regular versions of those characters outside of the Tiger Force ones. For you 3 3/4 inch O-ring fans, the 2-pack with the Cobra Soldier and Cobra Officer that they had shown off at the last live stream, which is being sold as a Pulse exclusive, that is available. That went up for pre-order yesterday, and again, that's on the Hasbro Pulse website. For those Walmart exclusive classic retro card back figures, which includes Baroness, Lady J, Destro, and Gung Ho. So, you may recall the Baroness figure actually slipped out at one store several weeks ago, but officially those are going to be going up during Walmart's Collector Con. They are doing another Collector Con. This was actually the first we had heard anything official about this yesterday, but according to the Hasbro team, they think it's going to be taking place late March, around the 26th, but that's not 100. They weren't 100% sure. And again, there hasn't been an official announcement for this year's Walmart Collector Con, but we'll be seeing other products besides GIJoe and even products from other companies besides Hasbro for that. But mark your calendars for the end of March, because there is another Walmart Collector Con, and that's when those retro figures will officially go up. However, some stores have started to already get them in their stock rooms, So I wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing them hit shelves a little bit more before then, even though at this time only that one particular store had just put out the Baroness. Now for me personally, probably what I found to be the coolest reveal yesterday was a new Transformer collab figure, the first time with GIJoe. So they've done a number of these, mashup figures. We've seen them do it with Ghostbusters. They did an X-Men, Blackbird Jet, several others, Top Gun, Jurassic Park. But this is the first time, amazingly, that they've actually done it with GIJoe, where they've given us GIJoe vehicles that actually transform. Now, they've done in the past where they've repainted old GIJoe vehicles to look like Transformers, but they didn't actually transform. So again, this is the first time we're actually getting, even though there's been, comic book series where it features that type of thing and such, this is the first time we've actually gotten toys, amazingly, that do this. So this is Megatron that transforms into an actual Cobra Hiss tank, G1 type Megatron. He comes with an O-ring Baroness figure that comes on her own retro card back. So, if you're collecting the O-ring figures, I don't know if they'll do Baroness another way, probably at some point, but the first way you'll be able to get her wearing the black outfit and everything is with this collab set. So, and she can sit in the back when Megatron's in his robot mode. His tank turret is still visible and accessible, so she can sit in the back. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it looks 100% like the Hiss tank, and Baroness can sit in the cockpit of the Hiss tank when it's in tank mode, just like the original toy. So it's dead on to the Hiss tank, and even in robot mode, I think it looks pretty good. I'm glad it's based on G1 Megatron, and they didn't just like repaint an old toy and call it a GIJoe Transformer. This is actually very unique, and for me, very cool. Now, it does have a hefty price tag. It's going to cost you about $90. Now, according to Hasbro, the size of this one is a Voyager type class. They're not calling it a Voyager class, but that, if you want a reference, it's around that size. And it comes in, unique packaging. Again, the Baroness itself, which is packaged inside the main package, is on her own retro card back. You get the proton cannon, which I think is kind of a nod to the original G2 comics, if I remember correctly. So it's definitely, to me, a very cool set. And on the packaging, there's reference to an Autobot. And they made a tease in the live stream yesterday. So I would say for almost 100% certainty, there's going to be another one of these done with an Autobot, and being the first one is Megatron. My guess is it would be Optimus Prime. I have no idea what GIJoe vehicle they would have Optimus transform into, but I'm sure that will be revealed maybe later this summer. But there's definitely a second one. But honestly, I think it would be pretty cool if they just turned this into its own line and did a bunch of these. Again, prices are a little bit on the high side, but they're cool enough for me that I'm definitely got this one for pre-order, and this is available for pre-order at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Initially, it was looking like this might be like a GameStop exclusive. That's where the listing first popped up over the weekend for it, but it is actually available everywhere, at least everywhere online. And so again, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth do have this available for pre-order now. Okay, now getting to McFarlane Toys. So McFarlane Toys, as I've talked about before, is doing essentially their Toy Fair reveals this weekend. They started today, and it will go throughout the weekend, so there'll be more reveals tomorrow and Sunday. As I'm filming this, I don't know if we've seen all the reveals for today, but I'm going to go and share what has already been revealed up until this point. Now, a few of these actually leaked out early, these DC ones. I think DC's day is tomorrow. Today was essentially dedicated to Spawn, but I believe, thanks to Amazon, we got some early leaks of some of the DC stuff. So let's go over that first. And all of these are ones that we'd seen listings for before, so confirming stuff that we had seen. So the Batman Who Laughs is Batman figure. So, a Jokerized type Batman. And then also the Joker Dragon, which is listed as a vehicle. It's kind of a figure, I guess. These are from the Death Metals storyline. So, but the Joker Dragon is technically listed as a vehicle. But essentially, it's a big dragon with a Joker type face. So kind of cool, you know, especially if you like those stories. Now again, these slipped out on Amazon. They're not officially available yet. I suspect that will be tomorrow, but you know, we are getting our first looks at these now. And then one other DC figure that leaked out early is the which is another one that we've seen a listing for, and that is the Duke Thomas figure, also from the Dark Knight's Metal storyline. So he comes with a big giant axe, another version of Batman. And you know, I haven't really read these stories, so I'm not familiar with the character, but you know, definitely seems kind of unique looking. So as I said, these have not officially yet gone up for pre-order. They kind of leaked out via Amazon. I'm guessing that will probably happen tomorrow. The official reveals and pre-orders will probably be tomorrow, maybe Sunday, but I'm thinking probably tomorrow for DC Multiverse. And likely we will be seeing other stuff besides these. I don't think this will be it. You know, there's been plenty of listings that have leaked out there. You know, I'm hoping we'll see the Killer Croc figure and the Man Bat figures, which should be mega figures. So I'm hoping we get the official reveals for those. There should be like a Bane, not Bane, but a Hush figure, a Batman versus Hush, and then just Hush by himself. So, you know, maybe some Jim Lee inspired type figures. So that should be interesting to see as well. So, and some other things that off the top of my head, I'm not thinking of, but, you know, again, these reveals will be happening throughout the weekend. Of course, you know, I will be covering, you know, as these get revealed, you know, you can keep it to TNI for up to the minute reveals. And then I'll be back on Monday with another news video to talk about whatever gets revealed between now and then. Now, as far as official reveals go, again, today seemed to be dedicated to Spawn. So we got a number of new Spawn figure reveals, which have now gone up for pre-order at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. They're also up at places like Walmart and Amazon. So again, these have all been, we've seen listings for all of these figures, so we kind of knew that they were coming. But we've got Ninja Spawn. That's one actually Todd himself had shown an early prototype of, you know, several months ago. And then also the character Haunt. So those both are getting regular treatment. There's a variant of the Raven Spawn, you know, a different colored Raven Spawn figure. So that's another one that is coming. For Mega Figs, Overt Kill, or as I always call him, Overkill, which was his actual original name. If you're not familiar with this character, he was actually developed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane themselves in a VHS video series. Comic Book Greats, I believe is what it was called. And they actually sat down together and designed this character from scratch in this series. And initially they called him Overkill, which I think is a better name, but I think copyright issue is why they changed it to Overt Kill when he actually started showing up in the Spawn comics. But he is getting the mega figure treatment, probably, you know, in my opinion, maybe the coolest reveal as far as Spawn goes so far. But yeah, so if you're a fan of that one, you'll probably want to, you know, like I said, he's available for pre-order now. And then we're also getting a deluxe Spawn figure with a throne. Now, I believe this might be the Spawn figure that McFarlane Toys was teasing back during the holidays. They released some toy photography images for the holidays that featured what appeared to be a never released Spawn figure, which I do believe is this one. Now, in those images, he had a totally different cape and some add-ons that are not seen here, which I don't know if that was just included for customization for the images, or if maybe we'll get another version. I don't know. But with this particular one, you get like the half cape, and then you also, again, the main thing is the throne. It is a new Spawn figure, you know, from the based on the comics and stuff. And then finally, Todd McFarlane put out one of his regular videos where he was talking about all these Spawn figures. But during that video, he briefly held up, showing from behind this image, which appears to be medieval Spawn. And you may recall back in March of last year, Todd had said that for the next Spawn Kickstarter, he was looking to do medieval Spawn. Now in today's video, he said there was going to be another video coming where he was going to be talking more about this figure. So my guess is the Kickstarter for the medieval Spawn is going to be starting very soon. We'll probably get, I don't know if it'll be today or later this weekend, but we'll probably get a video specifically about this and going over all the Kickstarter details. So, I know some of you had been asking about an update on that and when the next Spawn Kickstarter might start, and it looks like it's going to be very soon. So stay tuned for that. Again, when that is actually announced, we'll have full coverage up at TNI, and then if it does get announced this weekend, I will be sure to talk about it again on Monday. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Like this video if you're so inclined, and please think about subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And of course, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there, and until next time, I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News message boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.